Hi everyone, welcome back to the Book Vandal Shop. Happy Saturday. It is a chilly fall day here in central Indiana. So it's a perfect time to show you this autumn themed journal. I know everybody has Christmas on their mind, but it is still fall, and I was thinking, it's probably not too late to go ahead and show you all this journal and make it available in my shop. It would make a really nice hostess gift for Thanksgiving if you're visiting a relative, or put it away for next year so you can start it at the beginning of fall. It's a soft cover. The digitals that you'll see throughout are from Marie at AfterMidnightDesign, and I'll make sure I put her link below. The kit that I used is actually just some journaling pages. I think there's maybe like 10 of them. So it's not a real big kit, and it's definitely not expensive. A lot of kits, mine included, have all the ephemera and accessories and all that. But I'll tell you, I had a good time using just these pages because it made me get out of the box creatively and create my own ephemera and pockets and whatnot using the pages. So that was kind of fun. So like I said, soft cover, sewn, and then a vintage doily hand sewn or hand stitched back here on the cover, on the spine. So let's get right in. I have a burlap pocket here reinforced with some fabric and a button, and a little tag I made from the pages, and stenciled a leaf on the back. So all the sunflowers you'll see in the book, and I won't show you every single time, but I think the camera's picking that up. That is embossing, black embossing powder, and so I put that on the centers of all the sunflowers, and it made a really cool textured 3D effect, and it really does look like the big cluster of seeds in sunflowers. So it made a really cool effect. There we go. Isn't that neat? Okay, so I won't say this is her digitals, this is her digitals. You'll notice them, okay? And what really drew me to these pages of hers was the way that she mixed music in with the fall. And I just love the way music notes mix in with images. So you will see a few Edith Holden book pages put in here. Definitely a lot of journaling space. Just a little handmade embossed envelope. Actually, I don't know if, yeah, I made this envelope. And there I've just taken one of the digital pages and cut out the basket image that was on there and then glued it on as a pocket. This is some old piano roll, music roll page, so I thought that fit in because there's music notes throughout, so a roll of piano music fits right in. Eco dyed paper, original, not a digital. I think that one is one of mine. I'll know if it's Lisa's because hers are really good. And mine aren't near as awesome as hers, but I'm still learning. So we have a fabric pocket, just a little sunflower and ribbon on there, and again with the embossed sunflowers. Just really love how that turned out. This was an envelope that I just took and created a little miniature journal cover out of. So it's got a couple of tuck spots and then just blank pages on the inside. So just cute little notebook. You don't have to leave it in there. And that says Fall Days. So there are some three-dimensional elements in here, and you may need to put a piece of chipboard or hardboard underneath your pages when you write, so you don't have any lumpies. But all in all, really, it's not too clunky. And the little dangles are just some old pieces of costume jewelry, vintage costume jewelry, that I've just taken apart and added in there because they matched. And I don't know if that will show up or not. There is embossed, yeah, there we go. Autumn and what's it say here? Spice, warm tea, grateful hearts, autumn, blessings. It was like a note card. Another eco-dyed paper. Don't know if that one's mine. I think that was one of Lisa's. One of her earlier ones when she first started doing it. So I just have a little paper clip here with some ribbons tied on it, nothing fancy. And then the envelope here I made by hand out of one of the digital pages. So that's what I mean by it got me to create on my own, to actually, you know, make an envelope myself rather than just cut one out of a printed digital. So that was kind of fun. It just has some note paper that's been dyed, coffee dyed, doily, and printed. This is 3 signatures. Not sure on the page count. Usually my signatures have about anywhere from 10 to 15 sheets in them, so I'll try to count it when we're all done, and I'll put it in the description box below if I remember, but usually it's at least 10 sheets per signature, so there's got to be at least 120 pages in there. Okay, and then this is the other half of that note card. And so then I took a little bit of the paper, excuse me, made a little tuck spot, and then we have some stenciled coffee dyed paper. This paper that you see every now and then that really took the coffee dyeing well. It's sort of like a cotton rag paper. It's a very fibrous paper, has a really neat texture. I'll point it out next time I come across one of those pages. And then I just made a little flap. And again, all the sunflowers have been embossed. So they are super cool and shiny. This is an envelope I actually made by hand using a 12 by 12 sheet of scrapbook paper or cardstock. And then this was a 12 by 12 sheet of scrapbook paper that had music notes on it, so that really fit with the theme. And then I just fussy cut out some of her images from her journal pages and glued on there. So it made a really cool envelope, and it's really stiff and sturdy because it has the cardstock backed. And just a sheet of coffee dyed paper for writing. And this is a pretty heavy envelope. So don't know really how well it will stay paper clipped in there, but there it is. And the very last signature, again, a pocket made from a page out of her journal pages. This is definitely a Lisa Eco dyed paper, I believe. Very cool. And it's an original. Although she does sell her eco-dyed prints in her shop as digitals for you to download and print yourself. And they do come out very nicely when they're printed. Especially if you print them on coffee dyed paper. I really love the look when you do that. There's another piece of that piano roll, and this one actually has print on it. This one, believe it or not, is actually, excuse me, one of mine and Dakota's eco-dyed prints, because that is from our grapevines. Another handmade envelope. And this is actually a three-dimensional sticker that I had, but it matched so well. And then the orange back here is some of Lisa's dyed wax paper that she does. It's really cool, and it has some shimmer mist that she had put on it. And just a little note card inside. Excuse me, I'm gonna have to get a drink. There's some of that paper I was talking about earlier. It's kind of heavy. You can kind of hear it. And it has a texture. I don't know if the camera will pick that up or not. But it's a really sturdy paper. It takes a lot to tear it, and then when it does, it's real fibrous. So I'm not really sure. I'm not a paper aficionado. Aficionado. Yeah. Alrighty. You know what I mean. Not enough coffee yet this morning. Anyway, you all will know what kind of paper that is. So we just have a floating pocket here created with a sheet of 12 by 12 scrapbook paper, and I will show you how to do this in a video coming up. It'll just be a little short tutorial on how to do this little floating pocket, and no cutting necessary, and all out of one sheet of paper. So some handmade tags. Again, really cool to not have ready-made ephemera pieces. It's fun to get back into the, oop, I don't know why I lost focus there. There we go. Anyway, I like how that turned out. Almost done. These really thin sheets that you've seen, these are like a mulberry paper, different types. And in the back we have another book or journal page, tuck spot, and a piece of that paper I was talking about. And then this. Isn't this cool? Okay, so I'll tell you how I made this if you're interested. It was a piece of cardstock, and then Lisa had this really cool embossing folder, and I don't know, one of the times we were together, I played with it, and it creates like leaf texture, except for it's square because it's an embossing folder. So, you know, you cut the little piece of cardstock, put it in there, and then you have a square imprint of like leaf imprint. So I took that and I inked it all up with different inks, browns and greens, and kind of a reddish brick color with my distress inks. And then I wasn't real happy with it. Oh, and then I cut it out into the shape of a leaf. And I wasn't super happy with it. And then I rubbed some, the stuff you put on under the embossing powder. I just rubbed some of that on with my finger all around and embossed it in gold. And so that I really liked. So it kept the leaf imprint of it, but it made it all gold and shiny. I don't know. I just really like it. So I stuck it in there. And then my little name tag in the back. Okay, so it is Saturday the 13th, I believe it is. And so I will put this in my shop today. Let's say it will be in there by, I hope, 5 o'clock. this evening. So that's what I'm going to shoot for. 5 p.m. Eastern time. So that's New York time in the US. 5 o'clock today, Saturday the 13th. And I'll have it listed that. And I'll also make sure I throw it up on Instagram. All right. So that is all for that one. I'm going to come back in another video because we're already at 15 minutes here. And I'm going to show you this other little journal that I've made. All right. I will be back soon. Take care, everyone. Bye-bye.